Welcome back, everybody. It is Heroes Hooligans. It is Monday, and we are here to fuck more shit up. I think that's the plan. Something along those lines, right? Right.
Gonna try.
Hopefully we're successful. We got like a 30% rate right now, so.
Hey, there's a 50% chance you're right every time. So it happens. It happens. So, recap for last week. Who's up?
That's me.
Yep.
So it was storming. We got ambushed in our room and drugged and captured. So then we woke up in some prison cells. Someone got zapped by some anti-magic lightning. We won't name names. Then we got taken out of our cells to very dangerous stairs. And we got taken up the stairs, and some of us struggled on the stairs. Again, not going to name names, fell. We were brought for a council to answer for the crimes they said we committed with the 3 sacks of bones we hid. And once they realized we had no ill intentions, they asked us to retrieve a crone stone to help them because someone took it and the ward is failing. And if it fails, it puts the elves in the area in danger and everyone in danger. So now we're heading to the Dark Groves. We did some shopping on the way. And now we're at the Dark Groves, getting ready to get in there.
Yes, so you got on your boat, right? One of you has a boat. Brill, I think it's you.
Yeah.
You have a boat. Turned it in, and you got on your boat to head on the 3-day trip by water to the Dark Oak Grove. Which, let's get a map here so we can remember what it looks like where we are. Yeah. Oh, you started here in the Grove Maze. And you ended up in Vaison, where you took the contract for the guild. Little did anybody know that it was something sacrilegious that ended you up in a prison cell in Oil Mill, which is here. The last 3 sacred elven city left in all of Atharis and Chernolt in general. And so you get on your boat and you start up here in Toilet Mill, and you can ride the river down to the open water here. And you're able to come around in your boat. Either you could go out deeper, where it's potentially calmer waters, or you could try to traverse closer to the coastline. Either way, it's going to take you about the same amount of time. And you're able to land on the shores of Gernalt's Hill, but just outside of the Dark Oak Grove, because you don't want to land on the point of the Dark Oak Grove, or you are ending up in a place that is very dark, devious, and foul, and it's just not time to go there yet. So you're able to put yourselves right around this area, which is about the edge of the forest. Just right out. And you come to like a little fishing spot. I wouldn't say it's a village. It's only 2 little cabins there. The only person you see when you kind of bring your boat up towards that area is just a young man. Can't be any older than 15 at the most, but he looks very weathered, like he works very hard. And he's kind of working on the shore-ish area where the dock and the water kind of meet. Looks like he's going through some fishing traps and things of the sort, pulling out, rebaiting, all of that when you bring your boat in to the dock.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll like get into the dock, and then when we get up, we'll like say the word and touch the boat and turn it back into a feather and put it in her pack. So, and can we like see the trees from here?
Yeah, you can definitely see it's a very large, very dark, looming forest, not far behind the little cabins on the water here.
Okay.
Probably about a 10-minute or so walk, not far at all. You can definitely see where you're headed.
Okay. So yeah, Brillo will just kind of point and be like, "Well, that's the Dark Oak Grove. I don't know where in it this laboratory is, but that's where we're going."
Should we ask the people here if they have any more information about the grove?
It couldn't hurt.
Yeah, it can't hurt. I imagine they probably keep well away from it with the stories we've heard, but they may know something.
Still, knowing what areas they're afraid to go gives us a starting point to look into.
Definitely.
Never know if something weird happens in a certain section of it that they might even be able to see from out here.
So you want to talk to the young man?
Yeah.
We'll kind of hail him, and if he doesn't come over, walk toward him.
He doesn't stop working, but he does acknowledge you.
I respect that. I'm gonna say I'll start to approach him.
He doesn't seem like he's not skittish of you or anything like that. He just is hard at work. You know, when you're poor and your life's dependency depends on your work ethic, you can't stop to chit chat with the local rabble. You know?
Yeah.
You could certainly.
I'm sorry, what's that?
I said you could certainly approach.
Yeah, I'll kind of approach him and kind of ask what he knows about the Dark Oak Forest.
It's a terrible place. That you shouldn't go there. If that's what you came here to do, you should turn around and go home.
We unfortunately don't have much of a choice. We're going to have to go in. Is there any advice you can give us of what we might be expecting in there, or where to avoid outside of the entire
aside from
itself?
Avoiding all of it? Well, I say stay away from the castle, of course. That's Tolkien. Well, it's it's haunted by the Lich Princess. She's still there. But there's also CR and his friends. If you come across them, don't let your eyes play tricks on you.
I'm sorry, CR? Who or what is a CR?
Well, he was a who, but now I think he's a what. You don't really know. The grove changes, folks.
Good to know. Out of curiosity, if you don't go in, how do you know that the Lich Princess is still there?
Well, why else would this place be as nasty as it is? Only dark magic can turn a beautiful place into something so awful.
Not wrong there.
The stories my pa used to tell me were always about how the grove was a beautiful place There was a lady who attended it, and then the dark magic, and it all changed.
So you said the CR person is more of a what now? Do you have any defining characteristics to look out for, or is it?
Well, he didn't look much different than me when we were young lads. Very similar, hay-colored hair, eyes as blue as the water, crystal clear. Well, they were. But the last time I saw him, he looked like somebody completely different. He looked older and more ragged than he should have. The forest definitely had to have changed him some.
Anyone else got any more questions for the young lad?
Are there any old maps left over from before everything became twisted?
I don't have any old maps, no. I think the only map I've got is the one CR used to draw when we were kids. He called this something different than the Dark Oak Grove. I can't really remember what he called it, but he loved to go and play in there, even though we were told we shouldn't. He said he had friends in there.
Is there any chance I could make a copy of those maps?
I have to see if I could find it. But you have to wait till I finish working for me to find it. Or pull these nets by yourself while I go rummage around.
I was just gonna ask what you were doing. We can probably help out. I mean, you're helping us, seems fair.
He's going to hand you the line that he's pulling. And it's a pretty decently heavy rope.
Yeah.
And it's got like traps kind of on it. And he was pulling them, pulling them all in, clearing out the traps, and rebaiting them and setting them to the side so they could get tossed back out. No skill check really needed. While he goes off into one of the cabins and looks around and comes back with a rolled up scroll and hands it to you. He said, "This is the only one I got. The crayon marks are kind of smudged some, but that's all I got left." You want to open the map, though?
Yeah, I'll say especially if it's smudged, I'm probably going to want to make a better copy of it, like a more sustainable one. Why did that open? What the hell? There we go.
There you go. There's your map that CR drew when he was a small child.
If we happen to run into CR, is there anything you'd like us to tell your old friend?
I'm not even sure he remembers me anymore, so it's not really necessary. Thanks for towing the line. If I see you again, well, that's a big if. Good luck, that's all I can say. And he takes the line back and goes back to working.
I guess this means we're off.
Yeah,
Yep.
I guess there was some good information there. I mean, and in worst case scenario, it seems like it is possible to survive in there.
Yeah. At least now we know about this CR person.
And this Lich Princess.
Mhm.
Castle has loot.
Castle
Also, I
Doobie
mean-
having loot.
Also, I mean, if there's a laboratory in the middle of the forest,
It's probably near the castle.
yeah, maybe
Yeah.
it's under the castle or near the castle.
Hidden laboratory underneath the dungeon of the castle.
Yeah, kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know what other lead to follow, I guess. Maybe when Vel finishes the map, he'll have an idea.
Yeah, hurry up.
So for context on this map, I assume that it's a reference and not literal, yeah?
You could assume so. It was put together by a young child who liked to play in the woods because he said he had friends there.
Bouncy, trouncy, fun friends.
Well, so I'm more asking. The key here is, I assume we're not actually looking for Pooh and Eo around here.
I mean,
Maybe.
You don't know their names. You don't know their life.
I don't know what's out here.
you don't.
What's does seem to
There
be-
could be a bear and a donkey.
Plot twist. Holy cow.
No, I don't remember seeing a cow in
Brill,
Yeah, I
doesn't, Brill doesn't know the names on that map.
So you're ready to head off?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you find yourselves at the edge of the Dark Oak Grove after a few minute walk from the oceanside cabins you had come across. And there is a path that looks like it goes in, but it is kind of dark. Definitely not kind of is dark, and kind of overgrown in places. You can only see probably about 15 foot ahead of you, but you are at the Dark Oak Grove.
Oh boy.
I guess
So we
it's time-
trekking down this path, I assume.
I guess it's probably time to put this necklace to use and scout a little bit ahead to make sure nothing's in danger ahead. Or do you guys want to stick together?
I feel like using the necklace is appropriate.
Yeah.
Okay, then Brill will like sneak quietly forward, trying to keep like along the path, dodging between trees, scouting, probably about 15 feet in front of the party.
Okay.
So where on the map are we coming in from?
From.
It's like the northeast, isn't it? Coming into the northeast kind of deal.
You're coming in from right about here. So it's like northeast is correct.
Yeah.
You're right around here-ish.
So I guess the question is, which landmark are we gonna try and work our way towards first?
I mean, in theory, is there which one's closest?
Christopher Robin's house?
Oh,
Probably a decent place to start, and then we can maybe find someone there.
it is a house. We can always
In any house.
Or alternatively, we just follow the path. Can't get lost if you stay close to or on the path.
But who knows how long
Yep.
we'll just be walking around endlessly.
That is true. We don't know where the path goes, but it's got to go somewhere, right?
No. It could just be at some point.
The young man at the little cabin after you guys are gone and out of earshot, he has a moment and he says to himself, should have told him about that, and goes back to working.
Oh, I don't like this guy anymore.
I mean, he's a kid. Can you blame him?
Yes.
Yes, very, very aggressively can blame.
So what's the plan? Are we heading towards CR's house or following the path?
I think we head to Scissor's house.
Yeah.
Alright, then Vel, you're the guy with the map. I don't know how much scouting I can do if we're following your map.
So we're going to...
CR's house.
Yeah. What general direction is the path leading?
Well, so herein lies the problem. After following the path probably about 100 foot, it comes to a place where it looks like it juts off in about 6 different directions. But it was headed pretty straight in, so westward, since you're coming from the east.
Does one of the paths happen to be leading towards CR's house? Like in the general direction?
Possibly.
Or is there any signs or movement or anything around us?
It's pretty eerily quiet. Aside from the distant hooting of an owl.
Yeah, I think, I mean, we got paths, we got choices.
We have a lot of
shouldn't split
choices.
up. You don't... Spooky Forest probably shouldn't split up. should not get too far from each other.
Never
Yeah, I'm
split the
thinking-
party.
Definitely agreeing with that.
We could always do it the fun way. We got 6 paths, and I had the dice that has 6 sides.
I mean,
Last time we let you roll the where we were going gets, I ended up in the Shadowfell again.
Hell yeah. That was awesome.
I also have a D6. Left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm down.
2. Path number 2. Let's
So
try this
second
one. I
roll
got a
up.
good feeling here.
Alright. This man's leading the way still, I guess.
New roguey things.
All right,
Scout
so
for
you take the second from the left path. And Brill, I assume you're just still a little bit ahead?
Yeah,
Scouting
once we decide on the path, yeah, she'll get that like 10 to 15 feet ahead.
All right. So you head out and you follow the path. It's very overgrown. It's very dark and kind of damp around you. And you come across a little, what looks like a tent, kind of, sort of A-frame-ish, and it kind of is falling apart, and it sits in the middle of this sort of damp and soggy kind of marshy area that this path leads into.
Bro will probably wait, not crossing like up to the tent, but like 10 feet back, wait for the party to catch up and explain. Is it like on the path or is it like on the side? Like we'll walk past it.
It's so think of kind of how you were in the marshy area before, and it was pretty like open around, and there was like the weaver's hut was off by itself. That's kind of how this one is. The path kind of leads up to this kind of marshy area, but it's kind of washed over. So it's kind of in the middle, sitting up a little bit on like a little bit of a mound there.
So yeah, path kind of ends here. Like we could in theory keep walking, but we're gonna go through water. What is your guys' thing with water? I don't get it.
And we can see a hut.
I can swim now.
There's a tent. There's a tent.
Tent.
Kind of on a mound, like in the middle of the marshiness.
Should we go to the tent? I don't think we should go in said tent, but maybe we should see if there's anybody in said tent that can help us. Or we could get stabbed.
That was also kind of the thought with the hut, and like the last time we went there, I got shrunk down to being 6 inches tall.
Let's not eat anything this time.
I mean, we can certainly try.
Nobody go inside the tent.
Alright, so we're just gonna approach the tent and see what we can see from the outside?
Yes.
Yes, so it's just a little tent. Here, kind of by itself. So you're kind of coming into this map area from down here.
Okay.
You're still off the map, but it's up here all by itself.
Maybe we try calling out before we get too close.
Yeah, but we need to be close enough to where we're not too loud. We don't want to attract any unnecessary attention.
Yeah.
We gotta find a nice middle ground without a stabbing range.
And at that point, let's not forget that also by calling out, if there is something unfriendly in there, we're telling it we're here.
Yep.
I am hesitant to walk up to creepy places after the hut. That did not go well when I tried to sneak up and get a look.
Alright, I'll get stabbed. But I don't like it. I'm gonna approach the hut, and once I get about, let's say, 15 feet away, I want to call out the, hello, is there anyone there?
Not a hut, a tent.
Tent. I even have tent typed out right now.
Very important difference for you to know. So you get about 15 foot from it, you said, when you call out. What do you say when you call out?
I'm just like, hello, is there anyone there?
Hello. Just me.
Who is me? I know who me is. It's Eeyore. I ain't got no.
You don't know shit.
It's just me.
It's just me.
The player is so excited. The character knows nothing.
Does me have a name?
Well, I used to, but I don't remember it anymore.
That sounds sad. that makes great sad. And do you remember anything about the past?
Not really. No.
Do you know where a laboratory is? Or possibly where this castle might be? Can you point us in a general direction?
Over there, maybe. I can't remember.
Ask him if he knows a CR.
Do you know a CR? Or a, it's marked Christopher Robin on the map, right?
Yeah. Do we see it in the top right of the map? Okay, so we know this on the top right?
If Vel shared it with you, then you all know what it says.
Did you share it with me?
Yeah, I've been trying to like mark stuff out on the map as we go to keep track of where we're going and what we're doing.
So do you know a CR possibly?
I think so. I used to. I don't remember.
Thank you for your
time. Are you
time.
just staying off to the side, or are you coming around to see who or what you're speaking with?
I am nervous about seeing what I'm thinking. It's a donkey. It's a cute little donkey, right?
I mean, we're in spooky woods. Belle's out here ready to get his fucking Clayton on. Like, we're ready to go in like we're gassed on.
When Gray walked up, Bro probably like pulled and notched an arrow ready in case anything happens.
I'm just out here ready to get stabbed for my people. I don't know, guys. Do we how much do we care right now? Do we just want to get out of here, or do we take a different path? Do we is there anything else I should ask him?
Ask him if there's someone around who does remember.
Ask him about his bank account.
Ask him about his extended warranty.
Would you like to renew your extended warranty on your car?
I just got that call last week.
Oh, you remember that?
Oh. Do you know if there is anybody around that might remember?
Probably. Possibly. I don't remember.
I do we the Dark Souls player in me does not want to peek around this tent.
The thing is, do we want to go past it without knowing what's behind us?
Yeah, how do we I guess at this point Gray's going to take a couple steps back and like try to walk and peek around the edge of the tent. So he's like 20 feet away, you know. Gotta
Coming
keep
like around in a circle.
Yeah. Like keeping the distance, you know, just enough to where he can get a peekarino at this person. Like, hey y'all, baby girl.
Hey, yo.
Well, so when you get around from the side, you see a donkey sitting on his hind legs with his butt on the ground and his two paws, front paws, whatever donkeys have. Hooves.
Hooves.
Yeah. Thanks. Got my husband in the background. Hoofs. Yeah, I knew that thing. With his two hooves in the center, and he's kind of like punched down, all sad looking from the side. From where you're at, that's what you see.
What's in there, Gray?
The donkey.
I'm sorry, did you say donkeys don't talk?
Obviously, this donkey does. Yeah, you can come take a look if you want.
Donkeys
Alright.
might talk to you guys, but they talk to me.
See, donkeys talk to him. It's perfectly normal.
Brill will walk up to Grey Howl and also peek in and be like,
Yeah, once Harnock hears it's a donkey, I think he just walks up behind Grey House.
We're gonna check out the fucking petting zoo real quick, boys. Nah, this man's a fucking liar. How dare he?
Yeah, you all see from where you're at a donkey. A very sad boy is sad donkey.
Why is donkey sad?
Is there anything we can help you with, sir, before we take our leave?
I would like some friends.
Is this a trick question, guys? Is this a trick question?
I'll be your friend, donkey.
No, this is a trick question. He's a fae. We're all dead. You just
I
gave him
made
your
some
last name.
soup.
Oh, soup.
I think Vel.
Vel doesn't want any of it. Vel is really on edge right now.
I'm not hungry right now. Thank you, though, Mr. Donkey.
So there's just like grass around the tent, right?
Yeah, like
Donkey.
floor, bottom of the forest floor detritus.
Can Harnock use druid crafts to make some flowers bloom around the tent?
You could certainly try.
I would like to try that.
You want flowers to bloom?
Yeah. I can instantly
Okay.
make flowers, blossom, seed pod open, or leaf bud bloom.
Yeah, so this bright purple flower sprouts from a vine that's sort of wrapped around in the forest floor, and it shoots up, and it's like a 5-pointed star, but it's a bright purple flower with different shades of purple on the leaves, and it's got the little things that stick up in the middle.
Does Harnock recognize the flower? It might be like
You could do a nature check.
alright, nature. Okay. Maybe 20. That is a 21.
You recognize it as nightshade.
Is there? Sorry, I would assume since I recognize it, I know what nightshade does.
It's a poison flower. Yeah.
Yeah. So don't touch that.
You can Google it if you want. It's a real thing, I believe. It's like belladonna is what it's called.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's poisonous flower. Don't touch that.
Don't eat that. Don't touch that dial.
Don't eat that.
Should we
Yeah.
pick it?
I'm gonna tell the
So
donkey not to eat it as well.
the donkey reaches, like he just bends his head down, bites it, sits back up.
I just donkey. Why did you do that?
Oh no, you killed the donkey.
I was hungry. And then he turns his head towards you. And when he turns his head towards you and you see him chewing, you notice that the skin on his face hangs very, very loose. And you could see the kind of flesh below his eyeballs, and the pink on the front of his nose appears to be like the bone poking through. He's got like some curly black hair here on the top of his little donkey head, but it's matted and kind of just like stuck down to his forehead. And you see when he turns that he's covered in pustule blisters and sacks on his shoulders and his arms and things. And
I feel
split down his belly. His belly's kind of split down, kind of wide open, and there's just this sort of pink goo in a puddle around him.
We gotta go.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you, donkey. And will turn to leave.
I will walk out backwards.
Vel really wants to put it to the torch at this point.
Oh. That is... I'm not looking at anything else. You guys are in charge of walking up the tents now. I thought it was a donkey.
What happened to you, donkey?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Aside from being dragged down from the cosmos and stuck here, I don't remember.
So, Harnack's gonna stay outside the tent, but he's going to cross-legged sit down in front, and he's going to ask, Donkey, do you still want to be here?
Well, where is here? Is here really anywhere? Do you ever want to go there? I don't know. Maybe. I would like you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please, Harnack.
Harnack. That is a wisdom save.
Anybody
So that would be
within 15 feet at this point needs to make it. I know some of you were staying about 20, but if any of you got closer, 15
Nope.
feet or closer, wisdom save.
Oh, Vel never came within 30 feet of this thing.
Rill's walking away with her back turned.
Harnack rolled a 13 plus 7, so 20.
Okay. You're still fine. You're fine. You're just chilling. Just talking to him.
So the donkey said pulled down from the cosmos. I'm asking him about that. this? What do you mean by pulled down?
Well, I was there, and then I was here. That's what I mean by pulled down.
Does this ring anything for Harnock that he would know?
I'm gonna start getting a torch ready.
You should just ask Rabbit. He knows more.
Which way is Rabbit, Donkey?
Over there.
Alright, Harnock will stand up, and I will be back after talking to the Rabbit Donkey. He'll start to walk off.
Okay, no one ever wants to be my friend.
I will be your friend, Donkey.
Well, sit down and have some soup then.
I will upon my return, I promise.
Yeah, just like everyone else. My dad, when I was a young donkey, went for milk and never came back. And I know you're never going to come back too.
I will be back, Donkey. I promise you this. I'm gonna
You
start
wanna
walking
take
through.
on it?
Fuck. This is such a situation right now.
How many tattoos you getting today?
Y'all don't realize the problem I'm having right now.
I do.
You know, God. I probably.
Is Vel in your line of sight?
I mean, I would assume so. I've turned around and started to walk away.
Vel's no. Like torch in hand, shield ready, just shaking his head.
I'm gonna use.
Mage hand.
Nah. I cannot shake your hand, Donkey, but I will. I'm gonna try and use Druidcraft again to make another flower in front of him.
You're gonna sprout another nightshade flower.
Yeah, for the donkey. It didn't affect him the first time.
All right. I guess I believe you. And when you come back in the morning, we'll make some waffles.
It'll be a great time, Donkey. And I'm a walk off towards Rabbit's house.
Oh no. It's the two greatest fictional donkeys ever fused.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Harnock walks off towards Rabbit's house.
And we're off to Rabbit's house without making a deal with the devil or a donkey. You kind of made a deal with a donkey. You have to come back. You promise.
You have the map, Velius. Which direction towards Rabbit's house do you want to take? There's a path off of Donkey's little island here, your donkey friend's little island. There's a path here that you can take. And then there's also this path this way.
Alright, so with the key we're looking at, we're either going to be going past something written in as Pooh Bear's house or Piglet's house.
less scared of a piglet than I am a bear.
Though after seeing that donkey, we're not too comfortable with any animals out in these woods.
I mean,
There's gotta be something
couldn't we
cute
go
out
the other
here.
way past Christopher Robbins?
Takes us off the path a little bit, it looks like. I assume we're all looking at the map at this point.
Yeah.
I think there was a small path to here, and then the path continues over here.
Yeah.
You guys can't see my mouse, but
Yeah, through there.
Yeah, you could go
You
that
could
way,
take-
or you could go this way, which goes up and around.
So, the
So
fastest way-
that to the right, that's a 4, right?
no, to the right is a 1. 4 is way on the left.
Yeah, this is a
Oh.
a 1, a 2 here, 3 is where you're at, and then 4, 5 is here, 6, and then 7.
Alright, yeah, my resolution got blurry whenever I started trying to zoom in.
Let me drop it in Discord too. So that way you can just open it on your screens. There you go.
More maps.
So I guess the real question is, like, what's our goal here? Are we trying to find Christopher Robbins or CR to figure out what he knows, or are we just trying to collect any information we can get? Are we gonna follow the breadcrumbs, or are we gonna?
Well, Harnock wants to go to Rabbit's house.
Yeah. We were told
Harnock.
to go to Rabbits for more information.
That is what the donkey told me.
But we are walking right past Christopher Robin.
Yeah, say if we cut north to go to Rabbit's house, we go right past CR. If we cut west and then north, we're going quite a bit out of our way.
Yeah, and if we go past CR, maybe CR does know something.
Or he tries to stab me.
Or he tries to stab Gray.
I don't see a downside. No.
See, that's why I'm asking, like, what
Yeah.
our priorities are. Like, if like our priority is finding CR, going north and stopping there along the way would be our best bet. But if we want to try and figure out more about these woods before we start running into whatever CRs become and whatnot, we may want to avoid him for now.
He's speaking logical here.
So, how I'm viewing it is, we already know, well, I mean, we don't know, but based off what we just saw with the donkey, that if
This
we know
forest
there,
needs to be burned
Yeah.
to the ground.
that, like, probably assume the other animals on the list are around the same, kind of.
Yeah.
So CR to Rabbit might not be a bad idea. Then we go to the next kind of houses with more information. But then again, we do risk the seeing CR and whatever he might bring.
Yeah.
Look, if I'm honest, I'd be much more comfortable talking with what used to be a person than with an animal that looks like it should be dead.
Sounds like the votes have been guessed.
You want to CR first? And then
Vel's going to make it a point to bring up the fact that this seems like some old etheric aberration kind of shit with the, like, body horror donkey and whatnot. So he's really on edge right now.
Yeah, Harnock's also going to bring up what the donkey said about being brought down from the cosmos.
So the donkey's a god.
Kind of interesting
Fantastic.
thing. For a donkey that doesn't remember much, it seems, to remember that.
Donkey.
So these might not just be animals we're running into.
Let's make things more difficult.
I feel like I'd still rather talk to a person.
Oh yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You could cut up through here too, if you wanted to.
Oh.
Go Like,
We could go to
Kind
the
of.
house.
you see the path right here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's really light right here. So it goes up. You have several options. If you want to go to CRs, go to CRs. If you want to go the other way, go the other way. I don't care. It's your death, not mine.
Oh no.
I say we avoid going through Densewood.
I agree
Yeah,
with that. I think we just go towards CR. It seems like the shortest path, right?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yep, let's get it.
So we'll head north to CRs.
Are we keeping the same formation?
I feel like we're kind of in the open. I don't know how useful scouting really is going to be here.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's see, and it's pretty like dark and gloomy through here, right?
Yeah.
Probably put
Your
Vel at
boy.
the front then.
Oh yeah, Bell at the front then.
Because I've got a 120-foot dark vision.
So you leave yours and you head north toward where you think that Christopher Robin's house is. And you start heading in that direction, and soon through the trees you see a dark, looming mansion in the background. The only thing you see lit up in this mansion is one window in the very top front of the house. And sitting in the window is the silhouette of a woman with her hair tied up in a bun on her head, and it looks like she's in a chair, rocking back and forth. You come up to the front of this mansion. It is very dark and dilapidated, aside from that one window being lit up. The trees themselves in this area seem to grow inward towards the mansion, kind of leaning towards it, and they cast eerie dark finger-like shadows over the ground above you. Whenever you walk, it almost feels like they're reaching. The shadows are reaching towards you as you move through them.
Will.
So how are we approaching this one?
I may be able to scout ahead, but that's also potentially putting me alone, and that could also be bad. But there may be a way.
There's somebody inside. What if we knock?
Is the door open?
Is the door open?
It is
Okay.
not.
We could
I could
certainly knock.
I mean, I feel like that's more decent than just going inside. Plus,
You're
we
not
don't know
wrong.
what other kind of spooky things we're dealing with. I mean, did you see that donkey? That shit's stressful.
That shit is stressful.
It is. Do you really want to knock on the door and have the door open to 5 feet away from you?
I can knock on the door and take a couple steps back.
We gotta ding dong ditch the haunted mansion.
I mean-
No, we are going to ding dong take a handful of steps away from the door before said possible aberration fucking kicks it open and stabs me.
So I could also use thaumaturgy to create a sound of the door knocking
Oh,
from 30 feet.
That might be good.
that shit's hot. I'm gonna stand here then.
I like that idea.
This is the best idea. I didn't have to call out to the tent. You could have just knocked on the tent. Are you fucking kidding
That would
me?
have been a little weird. Why? Who's knocking a tent?
They'll get the point, alright?
So you're going to swing the front gate open and go inside the front gate so you can get close enough to the house to thaumaturgy it?
Yeah,
There's
I'm
a
gonna.
front gate. Or am I outside the front gate? I would prefer
Yeah,
to be.
so imagine you're standing outside of this enormous medieval style mansion. So you've got stone and wrought iron fence around. And there's like a big arched gate, with the design thing above it, and the gates kind of swing open. And there's two giant stone gargoyle looking creatures that sit atop the outside of the fence where the gate is.
I'm a little worried about
Anything-
going inside the gate now.
Anything stand out about the gargoyles watching the gate?
No, they look like just stone figurines.
Don't worry, Harnock. I'll stand slightly behind you when we go in so you can knock.
Like, just slightly behind me.
You want to push the gate open, buddy?
Yeah, Velius.
Yeah, who's opening the gate? I don't know if I want to open the gate.
Alright, I'll open the gate.
Draw straws. Whoever gets the shortest one opens it.
I think Gray's opening it.
I'll
Alright.
open the gate.
All right, Gray. So you walk
I'll
up
get
and
my
you
gargoyle.
push it. You push the gate and it creaks loudly, but it swings wide open. Both, it's kind of like the archway, but it kind of splits in the middle. So when you push it, it splits open. It creaks very loud, like it hasn't been oiled or properly maintained, but it opens. And there's a stone walkway that kind of goes forward towards the house. In the center of the stone walkway, it's probably, I would say, about 100-foot long walkway. Halfway through in the middle is like, it goes in a circle, and in the center of the circle is a fountain. There's like
We got a
what looks like
bar.
used to be gardens all around, but everything is sort of dead and decaying. None of the gardens are taken care of, so the raised flower beds are just full of rot. It doesn't smell very good, and there's some like bugs and stuff kind of flying around, attracted to the rot and decay.
I don't like this place, guys. Can't we just throw rocks at the window to try and get their attention to get them
Oh
to
yeah,
come out here?
that's great.
That's
So, just an observation though, as creepy as this place is, looking at the map that we have, if I would put a laboratory anywhere, this is unfortunately probably the spot.
You're not wrong. If it's
So-
not over the castle, it's probably here.
So, Harnock, looking at this courtyard, you still want to go in?
we still want to knocking on Death's door.
Mm,
No worry, Bill will go with you.
how far do I need to step in to be able to use thaumaturgy?
If it's only
It-
30 foot, it's a 100-foot walkway. So 70 foot, you have to go inside.
That's deep.
That's pretty
Balls
deep.
deep, buddy.
No, well, that's why. What if we threw rocks at the window? But she said, I mean, we can clearly see her. Who has good aim? Anybody a cracksmith rock thrower?
No, It's gonna have to probably be you or Vel.
Why? I don't use a ranged weapon. Look at him, Brill. How good are you at throwing rocks at
Y'all
windows?
look
You
burly
look
enough
like
to
a
get in
deviant.
there.
You look like you had a deviant past. You probably rob people throwing rocks.
My past was more law-abiding than you'd imagine, but not a ton of rock throwing experience. I can shoot a bow pretty well, but I don't know if you want me to shoot an arrow at that window.
That sounds aggressive.
yeah. I think we'll give the wrong point across. Do we have a weasel?
I mean, we're leaning
I can
towards.
turn into a weasel.
We could shoot him at the window.
But then why don't I just go 70 feet forward?
Because then you're a weasel and they can't see you as easy.
I mean, I
Can
can.
you transform into a weasel, walk close, and then knock? And then I could use rope to yank you back really quickly, just in case.
I don't think I can use spells.
So I really
You're fine.
might be able to creep in without the chance of anything seeing me, at least for a short time.
Okay, if one person goes in, we all have to go through the gate, at least.
That's true.
Just in case something does happen.
I mean, I'm gonna stick relatively close to you because it's. I can't let you get stabbed. It's gotta be me.
So my thing is, like, if we're worried about being trapped in, we almost want somebody out on the outside to help people get back out. How tall are, like, the walls and stuff?
Pretty tall.
What do I need to roll to Kool-Aid Man the gate?
About,
I'm a big
I would say
guy.
probably about 10 foot.
That's climbable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was about to
About
say,
10
like,
foot. But
That's climbable.
that's like the stone part, right? And then on the top of the stone are like raw iron kind of spikes, you know?
Good handhold.
Very Strahd-esque without the rapiness.
Oh!
I was about to say, I will say that Harnock's not the most athletic person in the world.
Yeah, I could probably toss you over.
yeah, I was about to say, like, with as strong as Vel and Gray are, tossing somebody up to be able to grab it and get over and, like, tie a rope.
Yeah, I think getting out isn't necessarily the problem. I'm more worried about what's inside.
Yeah.
It can't be anything that bad. I mean, we've already seen a dying, decaying donkey, so...
Harnock, how much do we trust these guys?
Vel and Gray?
I doesn't afraid of everything and fight for my friends.
So I would say we trust Vel a decent amount. Gray's a little new.
I just mean, I can try to do one of those things that people like me can do. It's only good for about a minute, though.
Oh my. Tell me more.
Well, that's probably.
That's what I was thinking about to scout. Is I can slip through. But again, it's a minute and then I'm back.
You can give it a go. I think they're trustworthy enough to do that.
Okay.
Oh, were we getting special fucking racial fucking trait?
Are we still walking in together first? Or do you guys want to wait here?
How much distance can you cover in 60 feet?
You mean in a minute?
Yeah, I feel like we should probably actually
Yeah,
get right inside the gate, just in case something crazy happens at the gate locks, or for some reason everything goes wrong. Maybe we should be inside the gates.
Yeah, I'm thinking we all go inside at least.
Maybe go like 30 feet inside, find a good place for us to like stay relatively hidden while you do the thing that you guys are talking about you doing. Whatever that thing is. You're a rogue, you probably do stealthy things.
Yeah, stealthy things, that's what we'll call it. But yeah, I think if I'm doing that, it would be better if we were closer to the house so that I can at least scout inside a little bit before it ends.
So, yeah, I mean, I say we probably should get as close as we can without being seen.
I agree with that.
Though I think Velius is having some second thoughts about everything that's going on. Do we need to leave you outside?
No, I'm thinking I need to put this torch out if we're going in and closer.
I think that's probably a good idea too.
Just eat it.
Yeah, I think if we get by the door, I should be able to get in, and I should be able to get upstairs within that time, and then I think the way it works is that when it ends, I'm back where I started.
It says you reappear in the material plane from what you sent. So I don't know if it's back where you started or you appear where you end.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't copy the whole thing, but it says when the effect ends, you reappear in the material plane in the closest unoccupied space you disappeared from.
Okay. Yeah, so you'll probably go back to start.
That was, yeah, it's kind of like I get a minute going and then I'm just back by you guys. So, like, in theory, I have a way out if things do go wrong, too, to get back to you and I can tell us to run.
Yeah, but it's like you're a yo-yo.
Kind of. I personally picture it as Echo Alt.
Yeah.
You League of Legends nerd. Whoever played that game.
But yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I can get in, try and see what's in there so we have an idea if it's worth knocking or if we just want to leave as quick as possible.
Let's do this thing.
Okay.
Full faith.
So we'll walk up maybe 20 feet away from the porch.
Oh, you're really close. We are within spitting distance, some might say.
And I guess to you guys, because Brill doesn't fully understand it herself, but once there, she just kind of slowly becomes more translucent until she's not there anymore.
That shit's wild.
As I'm gonna activate my fade away. Unless something happened before we got there when we walked in, obviously.
No, you walk right up.
Cool.
Nothing happens when you stop, and then you kind of shift out. What are you doing when you shift out?
I am going to approach the door and try to open it or walk through it. I'm not really sure how doors work in the ethereal plane. This is all new to me.
You cannot interact with the material plane, so that means I would assume you probably can't open it, but
you just kind of
in the ethereal plane, you're kind of able to move through things. Sort
okay,
of.
That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah, you could move through the door, and when you move through, it's dark inside. You see like a grand staircase that goes up, and like you're in like a foyer kind of area when you walk in the door, and there's some rooms off the side and some like hallways that go back on each side. It's a very standard large mansion. It just looks very empty.
I saw light up, so I'm gonna try to go up the grand staircase and in this minute get as close to that top room with the light as I can, try to figure out how to get there.
So you would have to go up the grand staircase. In about a minute's time, I'd say you could probably get up the stairs to the door where the room is, but probably around that time is when you'd snap back.
Okay.
But the door, when you get up there, it's open about this far, and you can see like the candlelight kind of coming through the door.
As I pop back, can I get a peek through and see what's through there, or is it too quick?
I think it's probably too quick if it's just snapping you back to where you're going.
Understandable. So Brill is suddenly back to you and she says, well, it seems like up the stairs to the doorway is okay, but I didn't get much else seen.
We are close enough to knock now.
That's true.
We are close enough to take a couple steps back and then knock. And then I pulled out my gun.
I was about to say, are we within? We're within 30 feet now.
Yeah, we're over 20 feet away, I thought.
All right, so
Yeah,
is
Brill's at 20.
that the plan? We want to just go with the knock.
I think so. Unless you guys just want to leave. I didn't necessarily see anything to tell us we should get out, but everything here kind of says get out. If we want information, we probably should knock.
What's the consensus here? Hard knock's fine to knock.
You walking up to knock, or are you doing your thaumaturgy?
I ain't ever walking up to knock anything ever again.
Thaumaturgy?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and burn your spell slot.
Oh, it's a cantrip.
All right, perfect.
All right.
So you cast thaumaturgy. You make a loud knocking noise. And when you do, the house in front of you starts to kind of rumble. And as it does, the wooden boards of the front porch kind of snap, and the what is it? The roof over it, whatever you call the awning over a porch or whatever, it does the same thing. Like everything starts to snap, and it kind of breaks. And as the roof and the porch break, the boards break in a manner of jaggedness that makes like a smile sort of look on the face as a long sticky tongue darts out at you.
Oh.
Brill got a 17.
Okay. $17 from Brill.
12 from Bray.
Okay.
Rolled an 18 for a total of 20.
Okay. Harnock.
Harnock got a 7.
Okay. Now, let me get dice here. And we'll be off to races.
Is Harnock the closest one to this house for now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't we all?
19, does that hit you, Harnock?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay, so you're going to take 13 bludgeoning damage from this tongue as it darts out at you. And I need you to make me a DC 17 strength save as the tongue and its sticky adhesiveness tries to grapple you.
I rolled a 7.
Oh.
Ah,
Oh,
great.
no.
So you'd be grappled.
I'd like to raise my sword into the sky and yell by the power of Grace call and hope for the best.
All right. So you are grappled. Any ability checks to escape this grapple on your turn will be at disadvantage because it's very sticky. Sticky. It's like sock on your bedroom floor as a teenage boy kind of sticky as you're wrapped up in it. It's just not cool. Val, you're at the top of the order as this giant mimic house has your friend in his tongue.
So it hasn't like pulled him away yet or anything like that, right? Like
No,
he's grappled,
nope,
but he's still in the same spot.
Yes.
Oh. You picked scary things to do.
It's not even that bad. This is the way less, not even nearly as scary as the donkey. Fighting a warehouse is way better than fighting the demonic donkey. Plus the donkey was nice. This thing just tried to eat us. 10 out of 10. Give me donkey again.
What you doing, Val? Your turn.
Yeah, I'm checking something real quick. Let's look at the damage up front. Okay. I'm gonna pull out one of my hand axes and step forward to try and cut the tongue.
Okay. That does not hit. You got chaos coins in the bank? You can use them if you want.
Yeah, that tongue lashing is kind of rough. Need to see if we can do something about this. I do have one.
Okay.
$11.
Nah, that's
a little bit worse. That did not go the way I wanted it to. How often does that come back up? Oh, that comes back up on a short rest. I'm gonna action surge because I need this tongue gone.
Okay, go ahead.
15?
Close.
We're in trouble, guys.
Close.
I think
Very
our
close.
nut's about to get eaten.
All right. So that's EOT for you then, right?
Yep.
All right, Brill. You're up.
Brill probably has a similar thought to Vel and is gonna pull out her short sword and step up kind of opposite him and just try and cut the tongue with her short sword.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna use a chaos coin.
Okay, and you also have sneak because you have allies in range.
Okay. Nope, that's a 14 total.
Nope. That misses.
She will bonus action disengage and back up,
Okay.
and that'll be her turn.
All right. So the tongue in the middle of the house, it's kind of like snaked out of the center of the porch, has a hold of Harnock. 2 tentacles come flying out from the sides of the house, and they're huge, long, slimy, Sticky boy tentacles also. And neither one of them do shit. I do not think. Well, maybe. Does 12? 12 does not hit Brill. That means 11 probably doesn't hit Vel.
No.
No. All right. So they don't do anything, but there's now 2 giant tentacle sticky boys on the board, too. Gray, it is your turn.
I would like to successfully save my friend Harnog by cutting the tongue.
You can certainly try.
I would like to rage and use reckless swings on said tongue.
All right, go for it.
That is 14. 23.
23 will hit.
Hey! How much damage do I need to do to cut off this tongue?
A lot.
Well, that's dope. 18. I
18
rolled
damage?
double sixes. Excellent day.
All right. 18 blamage.
Lots of damages.
And now you are saved. You can't see the face I'm making because I don't have a camera. It's similar to the one Bush is making. And now he is saved.
Is he, though?
No, probably not. You should have dodged the tongue.
I should have dodged the tongue. You're not wrong.
We ain't French.
The tongue has taken some damage, but it is not enough to cut it. He's a big damage boy. But Harnock, it is your turn, so you are able to try to break the grapple. But you have to do it at disadvantage, unfortunately for you.
So grappling means I can't move, right?
You can do anything that's vocal, but nothing with your hands. No somatic or material component. Or whatever the other word is, because somatic. You can do like vocal spells if that's what you're trying to do. But
Somatic's the hand motion.
Yeah. No hand motions, none of that. Nothing that requires you to move.
So I am not strong. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay.
So that's 1d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which I think is Wisdom plus 7. Oh no, it's plus 5. Sorry. Oh, that's 4. So plus 5, so I gained 9 HP.
Okay.
And then trying to get out of it is a full action, correct?
No, I'm just going to let you roll the save at the end of your turn.
All right.
I don't want you to die. I just want you to get fucked up a little bit. So.
Oh, that fucked me up. So yeah, that'd probably be the end of my turn if I can't move. Just Healing Word.
You gonna try to get out? Roll your save.
Yeah. That is a 7.
Yep.
I don't think that means you get it.
All right. So back to the top of the order then. You see the tongue pull itself back in with Harnock wrapped up into it.
We are pressed for time.
Yeah, it's like pulling it towards him to try to swallow him. So it'll get about halfway on its turn. So that's one more turn before it swallows him to the inside. So that's what it's going to do on the tongue's turn. That means, Val, it's your turn again. There's 2 tentacles, and then your boy's still wrapped up in the tongue.
All right. So houses are flammable, yeah?
Maybe.
Usually.
Houses, usually. But is this actually a house?
No, it's a warehouse.
Or is it something that mimics a house?
We're gonna see how it feels about spicy stuff at this point, though.
Yeah, go for it.
So I don't want to catch Harnock in it. So I'm gonna run up to where I'm a little bit closer to the opening than where Harnock's at. Take a chug off my hot sauce, and we're gonna try and give this thing heartburn.
Okay.
Spit in its mouth.
What's the D on that? It's like a dex save, right?
It's a DC 13 dex saving throw.
Okay, so it fails. So what's your blamage?
Seven, 12, 18?
Fire damage, right?
Yep.
Okay. And is that EOT for you?
Not quite.
Okay.
How did it react to that?
Barely. Not as much as you wanted it to. I'll tell you that.
The boss did not like
Yeah.
the boss.
For prep for next turn, I'm gonna use my bonus action to trigger my my giant smite stuff.
Okay.
So I am going to become large. I get advantage on strength checks and saving throws, and then I get extra damage on a weapon attack.
Okay.
And that lasts for a minute.
All right.
The idea being that hopefully now that I'm like in between him and the opening and it's burnt up, I can like kind of like body block.
Sure.
I was just thinking the same thing. I was about to grab that man and try to slow the tongue down.
All right. So that's EOT for you then, Belle, right? Your big boy for next turn.
Yeah.
All right. Brill, what kind of sneaky shit you got going on over there?
If I look up, is there still that silhouette in the window?
Kinda. I mean, it's a giant monster house at this point, so things are a little distorted.
Okay. Brill's not gonna get close to that thing, but she is just gonna shoot an arrow at the mouth, door, etc., I guess.
Okay, you're gonna try to shoot it in its mouth. That works.
Nope, that's a 9.
Hey, nope, that does not hit.
So the arrow just goes,
Kind of disappears in the blackness of the mouth.
yeah, Brill's gonna... Can she back up behind the fountain with her movement and try to hide behind it?
Yeah, if you have enough movement for that. You are a rogue, so you can disengage. And then move that. Yada jazz.
She was hoping to use her bonus action to hide.
Yeah, that's fine.
He'll provoke an up attack if it comes, but yeah, she's gonna back up and try to hide behind the fountain.
Okay. Yeah, you disengaged last time, so you shouldn't be in the tentacles. They kind of like flinging around, doing whatever the hell they do.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so you'll be able to do that, be able to move, and all of that. Speaking of tentacles, it is tentacle time. Maybe. 19 does hit you, Val, right? That hits you
Nope.
this time. No. Okay.
It is one shy.
You thought me, the barbarian, was the tank this whole time.
22, Gray. Does 22 hit you?
Oh, yeah. God, no. Yeah.
All right. So because you're raging, it's only half damage. It's 16 bludgeoning damage, so half of that 8 for you. And give me a DC 17 strength saving throw, or get your shit wrapped up in a tentacle.
It's a strength saving throw?
Yeah.
Hey, yo. That's good. I have advantage. That's an 18.
All right. So you didn't get grappled up, but you get some.
See, Harnock, that's how you do it. You just
Oh, yeah, sorry.
you flex. You flex on them.
So that's the tentacles' turn. Gray, it is now your turn. Before you go, I want you to give me a perception check that does not count in combat. It's something completely different.
Perception check that doesn't count in combat. That's completely different. Yeah.
Yes.
21.
All right. So you guys are engaging this house, and Gray, from behind you, you hear this sort of primal, low growling noise from a bush. One of these sort of deadish bushes behind you.
Bush, stop making noises.
I'm not growling at nobody.
This just keeps getting better, guys. Don't be alarmed, but things just keep getting better for us.
Do you want to turn and look or not?
Absolutely, I want to turn and look. I want to see what bites.
All right. So you turn to look, and you see these sort of bright eyes poking out from a bush behind you, and then you see a paw kind of step forward, and this sort of quadrupedal canine creature, looking similar to a hyena, steps out towards you. Primarily gray body with a black face and throat, and his paws and its belly are also black. His eyes are red with a white S word, and it has a black nose. The fur on the chest is kind of rumpled and shaggy, and gray pads on its four-toed paws. And you see, like, this creature, whenever you turn to look at it, it looks at you, and you guys kind of lock eyes. And when it locks eyes with you, it does so in a manner that sort of touches some part of you on the inside. And it's sort of like almost this bond immediately forms between you and this animal as it comes to your side.
Fuck yeah, boys. We got reinforcements. What do you do?
And it's like snarling towards the house and all of that.
Do you hunt warehouses? Perfect. Alright, little doggo. Oh wait, it's actually a big doggo, I guess, because it's a large creature. Alright, big doggo. I need you to stop this house from eating my friend. Just grab him and don't let the house tongue do anything else. Can you do that? Do you understand what I'm saying, doggo?
It kind of looks at you like, bitch, I'm a dog, but I'm not dumb.
Alright, it's time to get to work. So wait, whose turn is it now? I got a dog.
Yours.
Oh, dope. At this point, I guess I'm gonna step back forward to attack the tongue again. With
Okay.
my sword. to try and keep somebody from getting eaten.
I don't know who that would be.
Reckless swings again. 15. Nope. I'm gonna use a chaos coin.
You're super close. At 15, you're very close.
Alright, I'm gonna use one of my chaos coins. And actually roll the die instead of failing to pick it up. 18.
That'll hit.
I don't think I'm rolling double sixes again though. 11 damage.
Okay. 11 damages. Is that EOT for you?
Yeah, that would be EOT for me.
All right. Harnock.
Alright.
You're like close enough to this creature's mouth that you can feel the hot, steamy breath coming from its maw. And it's like, if you turn and look, you see rows of jagged teeth inside of this house. It looks like the stairs and the floorboards and everything kind of wrapped up and make this kind of throat. And it's like all the boards make these jagged little teeth. And it smells like ass.
Harnock is going to use Wild Shape.
Into something that flies to get the fuck out of there?
I cannot be something that flies. I'm going to turn into an ox.
So you gotta be a heavy boy.
I'm a heavy boy.
Strong boy.
Much
You gotta
stronger.
give him something good to eat. Give him a full meal.
I was about to say I'm considered a large animal now.
That's
Okay,
okay.
you're as big as this new dog. This weird ass looking dog thing that just showed up. It seems retarded though. I haven't quite figured out how to communicate.
That this tongue can grapple huge creatures and smaller and down the line. So you're a big beefy boy, no pun intended, but
Big BB.
you're still stuck.
Alright,
But
now
it
I'd like.
even has your strength, right? That's why you wanted to switch to it.
Yeah. That's why.
Go
So
ahead.
I'm going to try and get out of this now.
Since you were a smart boy with your wild shape, I will say you don't have to roll it at disadvantage. You're just going to roll a flat roll.
Okay, flight roll.
Yeah.
Heart of the cards, baby.
That is a 18. So I get plus 4 now that I'm
18 will
on.
get you out. 18
Hell
will
yeah.
get you out.
I
So you wiggle around in your oxen form, and one of your horns stabs into the tongue where it's got you ripped up, and it kind of loosens its muscles enough from where you stabbed it, where you're able to slide out. So you'd be like this goo-covered, slimy ox there.
So do I still have my movement for this turn, or is that the end of my turn?
No, you'll be able to move. You didn't take any movement. You just used your wild shape, which I think wild shape's bonus action for you. And then your save. And then your movement. You're good.
Okay, I'm going to get back about 20 feet, so I'm a decent amount behind the group now.
Okay.
And I'll end there.
All right. So that's the end of your turn. It's the tongue's turn again, which I know. What?
It is a full action for me to wild shape.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Sorry. Either way. You did, and you done, and you out. That's the
Out.
good stuff. Yeah. So the tongue was going to try to give Vel a tongue lashing, and it just didn't work out for it. So, Vel, it's your turn now.
All right. How's that main tongue looking? The one that's I'm basically standing on top of at this point.
I would say it's looking damaged. Not bloodied yet, but damaged. Did I ever tell you guys about being G-string?
I will never wear one of those again.
No, so okay, if I tell you,
That's
if I
fine.
say to you that you have a creature G-string, it means it's got 1 HP left.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So if I tell you that's the condition, so I'll tell you like if it's bloodied, if it's in critical condition, if you've got it G-string, whatever, I'll give you that information. But I'm never going to tell you it's HP.
Yeah, that's. I'm used to asking like what it looks like, kind of thing. Just try and like guess its state. All right, I guess we're just gonna keep chopping at this tongue.
I mean, we did free the homie. We could just.
Yeah, my big thing is like we've got him out, but I'm effectively in the mouth at this point from trying to be in the way.
Just backflip out.
Dash is an action.
Drink more of your potion, but shoot it at the other end and fly away like you're in a Furburn movie.
Am I in Half Blaster now?
Yeah.
No, we're gonna go swinging at this 21.
21 will hit.
Alright, how much do I get for being a big boy? That's an extra d6, so hand axe would be 13 damage.
To the tongue, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then we're gonna. You know what? I don't know how well that's gonna work. What do I get those back on? I don't know. Oh, okay. So I get it back on a short rest. So we're gonna go ahead and activate my fire rune.
Okay.
When you hit a creature with an attack using weapon, you can invoke the rune to summon fiery shackles. The target takes an extra 2d6 fire damage, and then it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained for 1 minute.
Okay.
So that's an extra 7 fire damage. And then the saving throw DC is... it's only 11.
If monsters could get chaos coins, he would be set on his nat 20.
Oof.
That doesn't sound good.
So he's not restrained. And your fire is not doing what you want it to do. Brill, it is your turn.
Will's gonna move back up and get within 20 feet of everybody and telepathically to them say, I think it might be time to leave, and then she's gonna launch an arrow at the tongue by Vel.
Okay.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
And is there sneak on that with Vel near it?
Yep, and you have double damage. So whatever you roll, just double it instead of double dice.
Oh. Oh, it was a dirty 20, not a natural 20.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
All right. So no critical damage there then.
So 6, 10, 13, 17 damage. And then bonus action dash to move back behind the fountain. Not hiding or anything, just moving away.
So the tongue is looking in critical condition now. The tentacles come lashing out towards you again. So, Vel, you're by the tongue, and then Harnock, you're still an ox, and Gray, you're up there also, because I know Brill moved back, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, me and El Pucharino were up there.
I'm
All
in
right.
hostile move.
El Chapo, El Paparino, El Papachino.
This first tentacle is a 28 to hit. So that's going to hit one of you. The second one is a natural 20 for a 30 to hit. So I'll let Harnock and Gray decide who's going to take the grievous wound from this.
I would like to use my Primal Guardian's reaction to body block for Harnock. So it'll take all of the damage instead.
Okay, so this is,
It's gonna die. It's dead.
yeah, 32 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, it evaporated. My dog died immediately.
Oh.
I'm so sad. No, my dog. No.
So the other one is whoever takes that damage, it's 16. So if you body blocked for Harnock, you're going to take the 16 damage.
Yeah.
And it's bludgeoning, so it's halved for you if you're still raging, which I think you are.
Yeah. I have 4 more turns.
I think it's 10 turns total.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
For a
minute.
minute, yeah.
Yeah. So I have like 4 left.
Okay. So that's the tentacles. Your dog got fucked. And it's your turn, Gray.
I would like to return my dog. It seems defective. So I guess do I summon my dog back immediately? You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna use my whole last action to feel extremely saddened about watching my dog save my friend's life, and use my action to re-summon him. I don't know how this would thematically work. I just watched my dog die.
I don't know,
Does it just
whatever.
poof away because it's a primal spirit? Or just poof into sparklies?
Yeah,
Just
pretty
Edward
much.
Collins?
Pretty
Pops like a
close.
pinata.
Yeah, alright. I would like to... Feeling the connection of my thing dying, I would like to feel more in tune with it and bring it back. Gotta slowly build my character's interest in this thing that doesn't have a name yet, that secretly already has a name. And a whole ass backstory, but let's not talk about that.
So you summon your little doggo back.
Hell yeah. And I want to use a
That's
bonus action to to have it attack the house.
Okay.
Bite the house, little doggo. Get your revenge.
Go ahead. Are you attacking the tongue or one of the tentacles?
We're gonna attack the tongue.
Okay.
We're still right next to the tongue, so.
What you got?
16?
Yeah, meets it, beats it. That'll hit.
What is this thing? Oh, okay. 7.
7 damages. And the tongue gets chopped off.
Hell yeah, doggo. Way to get your revenge.
So that's that. And Harnock, it is your turn.
So it says I can't speak at all. Am I still able to telepathically talk?
Not when you're wild shaped. I do not believe so.
Okay, so I have no idea what Brill said.
I mean,
Pretty close.
I'd assume you heard it but can't respond.
Is that how
Animals
it
don't know. When you're wild shaped, you're as an animal. So you can hear the words, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're able to respond to it. If you had transformed maybe into a house pet, like a dog, and Bro said it's time to leave, you probably would have more so understood that command than an
You've never
ox.
been to Texas.
goes?
No, I hate Texas.
Longhorns are house pets.
Oxes aren't house pets?
I feel like if you asked Genghis Khan, he probably had ox as a house
I
pet.
mean, you could get out of wild shape if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm about 30 feet away now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll use my because I can use my bonus action to revert. So I'm gonna go ahead and revert back to normal Harnock. And when I do that, I'm basically gonna yell, "What's the plan here? Are we fighting? We going?"
Talking is a free action, so.
I am raging. I am an active listener at this point.
Anything from Velius or Brill?
Bro will say, I just said I think it's time to run. That's my vote.
Yeah, it's probably like, I mean, we've definitely pissed it off, but I don't know if we're beating a whole ass fucking house.
We beat up a tongue and haven't touched either of the two tentacles yet.
What if we ran away?
That's Brill's vote.
So,
I mean, if you guys start going, Gray's gonna get the idea and fucking... Can I ride this thing? I don't know how to ride that thing. I would be not skilled enough to ride that thing. Never mind. Ignore that thought.
Alright, so it sounds like we're pretty okay to leave. So Harnock's gonna start backing out towards the gate, but trying to stay kind of within range of his friends.
Do you want to run away?
Sounds like that's consensus.
All right. So your movement, because you used your action to shift out, right? It's an Is it an action to shift out, or is it a bonus action?
It's a bonus action.
Action in, bonus out. Got it. All right. So you could use your action to double move.
I don't know if I want to get that far away from them. So I'll probably just move 30 feet out, and that'll be it.
Okay. All right. So that's it for you. The house's tongue is dead, so it doesn't have a turn. That means it's Vel's turn.
Alright, so how close are the tentacles to me? I assume they're in, like, close enough to hit me?
Probably so. They're kind of moving.
Alright, yeah. I'll use my action to disengage, and then just start stomping my happy ass in a beeline away from this mouth that I'm basically standing in.
Okay. So you're just taking your... What is your movement? Like 30 foot too?
Yeah, it should just be 30 feet.
Okay. Does your giant size give you more movement or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Cool. Lot cooler if it did.
All right. Brill?
Seeing the others start to back off, Brill's gonna launch an arrow again and then turn to start backing away back toward the gate.
Okay. Go ahead, shoot an arrow.
18.
That'll hit.
Cool. 4 damage.
Okay.
And you know what? She'll bonus action dash and just book it back toward the gate.
Sure. I think that puts everybody out of range. Gray, did you move? You didn't move
no.
yet? Okay,
No.
so it's just you two.
I go after the tongue. Or I go after him.
Yeah. 15 and 16, do those hit you and the doggo, or no?
The 16 does.
Okay. So that is 16 damage.
I ain't sacrificing my doggo a second time. You can't ask a man to do that. I didn't want to do it the first time, but I figured Hardock would die. And he would have, too.
16 damage, half if you're raging still.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, it automatically turns the red on my character sheet when I get a certain point. At a certain point, that's hot.
Yeah. So that's the tentacles, and then it's your turn, Greg.
I am going to notice everybody booking it, and I am going to take off as well. I'm assuming El Putarino at this point is following behind me closely.
Yeah, probably so.
We haven't had time to talk appropriately yet.
Yep.
I don't even know what this thing is.
So you're leaving the mansion.
Yeah, we fucked up. Never go there again. Christopher Robin is a whole house and it's bullshit.
Hardock's all
So
gooey
where-
and sticky.
Yep, you are pretty disgusting. So where are you going from here?
Somewhere safe.
So how bad does Gray Howe look? How you feeling, Gray Howe?
I've seen better days, my friend. I have fucking seen better days.
All right, I'm gonna give Is anyone else looking bad? How's everyone else feeling as well?
Vel came out of that pretty well entirely unscathed.
Same.
Okay. Hardock's going to give Alright, give me 1 second actually. Sorry, I have to look at this. So I'm gonna use my Divine Synchroman, or not my Divine Synchroman, sorry. I'm using my special Aurelian power. I can cast Cure Wounds at first level once with this trait. So I'm going to Cure Wounds Gray, which is 1d8 plus my spellcasting modifier. You want to roll the d8, Randy? Do you have a d8 on hand?
Of course I have a D8 on hand. Fuck! That's a 1.
Alright, you get 6 HP, and I'm going to hand you a health potion as well.
Hell yeah. How much did the health potion feel for?
Health potion, yep, 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, plus 2, not worth 4. Yeah, I was being nicer.
It was 2d4 plus 2.
That's what I have written.
Yeah.
Oh, dope. I'm looking a lot better now, boys. I could take on a small army. Now I have questions for you guys. Where the fuck did this dog come from?
I thought you knew.
That's the question. I want to know what the fuck that was.
It was a warehouse.
There are fucking abominations in these woods.
Guys, I do not smell or look great right now. I am covered in goo.
Well, find a creek. I ain't got time.
You
to
told me to avoid the water.
I'm sure this water might be. We should probably avoid this water too. I mean, I can pour some water on you. I got this drum thing. I got a barrel.
I don't think we should use our fresh drinking water on that.
Oh, you ain't the one carrying it. This shit's heavy.
I mean, maybe we can still go talk to Rabbit.
Yeah.
Can't be any worse. We'll put it that way.
It could. You said it. Now it's gonna happen. The worst. I hate you.
We'll just say that tongue wrecked my day.
So, are we just gonna continue on and pretend like we just didn't get our ass whooped and just head straight to Rabbit?
Well,
not
what else
we.
do you want to do? Do you want to camp for an hour outside the gate to that thing's place?
I mean,
The other option is to, see about going back to that fishing village to like recuperate. Cause I'm fine. I walked into the mouth and then walked out. Y'all got diddled hard.
I'm doing okay.
That village had like 2 buildings. I don't know how much rest.
We have a better
able to
chance
get
of just
there.
fucking murdering Rabbit and living in his house.
Oh, hey guys, look,
The point is, it's not in the woods, though. Because the things we found in the woods are a very aggressive house.
Warehouse.
And a putrefied talking donkey.
We've
That
got
was nice though.
2 places about the same distance from where you are. You have the map marker number 7, which is listed as Owl's house, and map marker 5, which is listed as Rabbit. You could try either one of them.
So,
I mean,
I will say that the donkey looked terrible, but was kind of nice, and told us to go to Rabbits, but didn't say anything about Christopher Robin.
That's true.
that is true. We steered the path away from the donkey to each other. So, Doggo, the donkey can talk. Can you talk? No. Okay.
I still... No one knows what's up with this dog.
Yeah, it feels special.
Can I speak to the dog? Do I know what the dog is?
No, you probably don't know what the dog is.
We have
Okay,
animal?
this thing is weird.
Do you have to speak with the animal?
I do.
Cool. Can you talk to my dog? Are we both
No,
gonna be
I'm
able to talk to my dog?
not gonna do that.
Well, so we're headed to Rabbit's house because that seems like the safe bet.
Are you sure?
I mean, again, I don't really know what other option we have. We could just try to move through this area and away from here in general, but then we're going back into the unknown.
That's the thing is, I don't know how I mean, we have weird dogs popping out of nowhere. I don't know what this place is.
Guys, what if that house was hiding something? Like a laboratory?
I mean, it's possible. I don't necessarily want to rule it out, but I don't really want to go back. I mean, I was inside that thing.
I mean, it was inside that
Harnock was almost inside that thing.
Harnock almost shared that experience.
I mean, that means you should be okay with the house. You guys know each other on a deep, sentimental level.
On a deeper level.
I've never been inside the house, so I don't understand.
So where Velius is looking is we either if y'all that got your asses whooped are comfortable enough to keep going, we can keep looking for information. Probably try and figure out what's going on with that house. But we need to take everything with a grain of salt and be real wary, because fuck these woods.
Fuck these woods. No.
Didn't Fisher Boy tell us not to trust our eyes?
Did he say no? I don't. Maybe he did.
I feel like there was something about seeing things that aren't there or something.
If we met CR, he said that not to trust our eyes.
Which, I mean, we went to CR's house and his house was a fucking monster, so...
I will say the tongue felt very real.
Well, it's tongueless now. Thank you, El Pucherino.
Also, contrary to what I thought was common sense, houses don't apparently burn so well in these woods.
Houses do not. Warehouse is bad.
So that's. I just want to point out that is now 2 houses in the middle of nowhere that we kind of should not have gone near.
Yeah, we're 1 for 3 on houses being okay.
And the one
I
was
count
a
the
tent.
donkey house
I
as
don't. I
okay.
don't know if I call that a house.
Building structure that somebody lives in.
I made a friend at the tent. I don't know about y'all.
We're saying the tent was okay, but the hut and the house were not.
So far it looks like with the tent situation.
Tent's okay, hut's house is bad.
I mean, we could go back to the tent. The tent seemed okay. Didn't you say you were going to go back, Harnock? Have some
After I
soup?
talked with Rabbit.
Oh, we can't be a liar. Because that might make him angry and he turns into a were-donkey. And
That might
I've already
make
fought a
his
warehouse
his
today.
ear shrink or something.
No, my ears didn't shrink. Oh wait, did my ears shrink with Eeyore?
Did you lie to him?
I did not lie. Harnock fully intends to go back, but did Eeyore not believe me?
No, we were saying if we went back before talking to Rabbit, that would make you a liar.
Yeah.
So his ears would grow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I shrink if I tell the truth and they don't believe me. So, Harnock wants to go to Rabbit before he goes back to the tent.
Alright.
Alright.
And if we go to the tent, we're basically going to the fishing village. Oh.
I didn't see that.
Over the river and through the woods to Rabbit's house we go?
Boy, oh boy.
Whoa.
You do go to Rabbit's house. And
That is Harnock's thing.
when you get to Rabbit, you see this sort of kind of rabbit hole in the back with the door, and there's a fence. This one is not a big one like around Christopher Robbins. It's more like a wooden fence, like a white picket fence. It's kind of just falling apart. Where Rabbit's hole is in the back, there are like 2 little windows as well, and you can see that if you look in the windows, it looks like they're filled with rubbish and trash, like rotting plants, knickknacks, all kinds of things. In the garden out front as well is full of rotting plants and things like that. Nothing is actually growing there, but it's like a little path from the front to the house through his little rotting garden and all of that. There is a sign out front that says "Keep Out" on both sides of the garden, and there's like some other kind of broken signs that say the same thing dotted through the garden. They also keep out.
Harnock, you're the expert at talking to animals, right?
You do be having the capability of talking to the dog.
I mean, the last animal we talked to us, and I assume common.
Yeah, but these things are stressful. I don't want to look at it. I already got to figure out what's the dealio with this dog.
Harnock does not want to be the first person going towards this thing.
Oh
this
my
time.
god. Come on, doggo. We're walking up first.
Well, I was say, like,
area.
Velius will go up at the front because Velius is pretty well unharmed.
Give them to me. What's your initiatives?
Oh, right. I
Will
gotta
got
do
11.
that. I completely forgot that that's a thing that I'm supposed to do.
Harnock got a 17.
Vel got a 6.
15.
That's why
Okay.
Arnott got hit by the tongue. He didn't know what was happening.
So, Vel, you went first, right? You ahead of Gray, but you and Gray went first. So you walk into the little fence and you start walking up the path. You hear something from beside you before you see several pairs of little red eyes, and then out pops these heads of bunnies. But each of these bunnies with their snow white fur have their mouths stained kind of red, and their little bunny teeth stick out very fang-like in the front as their eyes glow at you with this sort of "I want to eat your soul" look.
I'm glad somebody else thought of that.
I'm glad someone else has heard of that book.
Benangula? I didn't even look
Yeah.
at chat, but is that what we're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so 2 rabbits come jumping forward. First one is going to jump at Belle. 10 does not hit you. The second one jumps at Gray, and Dirty 20 does hit you. And you're not raging yet, so you take full damage, 15 piercing damage.
Hell yeah. I love getting bit by a rabbit.
Yeah,
Really
and
good
when
with
you
your
do,
colors.
you feel these rabbit teeth sort of sink into you. And when you do, you feel like your life is being leached out of you. I want a Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm gonna use my last chaos coin.
Okay.
Hey, 21.
21. All right. So that is the 2 rabbits' turns. Well, 2 of the rabbits' turns. Harnock, it is your turn.
Okay. So rabbits just jumped out. How many rabbits do we see?
You just see 2 so far. Only 2 jumped out on the path yet.
Okay. I'm going to cast Healing Spirits. I'm going to... So I call forth a nature spirit to soothe the wounded. Appears in a space at a 5-foot cube within a range I can see, which is 60 feet. So it's going to appear like a transparent beast. I'm going to have it appear as a squirrel. And I'm going to have it be placed kind of on like Gray's shoulder.
Okay.
So I gotta take that out.
Hello, little squirrel.
So now it's those slots. And that's a bonus action for me to cast that.
Okay.
The squirrel of life. It's the squircle of life.
So I'm gonna walk up to the one that attacked Gray Howl. I'm gonna take a swing at it with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
Okay. That is a 2.
That is a miss.
All right. That's my turn.
Okay. Gray, it is your turn.
And since it's Gray's turn now, he will get the spirit HP. So since your turn is starting in the same area as the spirit, it restores 1d6 hit points. No action required.
3. Let's go.
Okay. And your turn. What you doing?
I would like to move up and attack the El Rabbito that... Oh, no, wait. He missed the rabbit. I want to hit the rabbit that attacked me. Fuck that
Okay.
rabbit.
You don't
Can't
gotta
hurt.
move. It's just right by you.
It bit the shit out of me. I would also like to rage.
Okay.
$14.
Does not hit.
Alright, well. I would like to attack with my Doge. $17.
That will hit.
Best dog in A. $6 damage. Oh, my doggo is also raging, by the way. We share a rage.
All right. Is that EOT for you?
That is EOT for your boy.
All right. 2 more rabbits pop out, making it a total of 4. Okay. Ooh, I like it. So the first rabbit that pops out jumps at the doggo, and it hits the doggo because what's your doggo's AC? Because I'm pretty sure it's similar to yours, right?
It's 14, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll hit. Okay, so he'll take 15 piercing damages, half if it's raging also.
Yeah.
The second bunny that popped out is gonna hit Harnot with a natural 20. And these rabbits are lit with their superior criticals. I love it. So that is, you're rolling me a d6, please.
I'm rolling a d6.
Yes, you are.
Oh no. She's gonna need you to roll that a lot more times. You're re-rolling a new character.
6.
Okay. So you're going to take 30 piercing damage. And the bite wound that you receive is a very, very deep wound. It is a blow taken so deep that under different circumstances would have killed most humanoids. And so when you get reduced to 0 hit points, you're going to start with an additional failed death saving throw.
Harnock is down.
Okay.
Oh, if you were closer, I could have body blocked it and killed my dog again.
I know you're down, but give me a Constitution saving throw also.
Constitution. Do I have it? I do. 18.
Okay. All right. So that is the end of Rabbit's turns. So there's 4 rabbits out now.
Okay.
Harnock is face down in the dirt. And Brill, it's your turn.
Yep. Brill's gonna use her bonus action, and her green eye kind of glows a little bit as she's gonna use her evil eye on the rabbit that just downed Harnock.
Okay.
I need a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 12.
Oof. I believe charisma. Yep, that just meets it, so it is not marked. But then for my action, she's gonna take a pot shot with her short sword. We'll step up and swing at it. And that's a natural 1.
Add a chaos coin to your pit. All right. So that's the end of your turn, Vel.
Oh boy, we're in it now.
Oh,
we got-
just real quick, since I was down, my healing spirit goes away. It's concentration.
Ah, shit. Here we go again. Back to the PPK.
Hard not gurgles.
We are.
We shouldn't have fucked with that house.
Do we still see, like, we've got 4 rabbits out. Do we still see eyes out in the trash, or?
Just the 4 have come out. That's it.
Oh, please tell me. You know how rabbits are. Dip. It's fine. We just gotta kill these rabbits.
Harnock would like to use his free action to gurgle.
Alright, yeah. And we're all pretty close together, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can reach multiple rabbits.
Is what the man asks as he schemes up.
Velius would like to pet the rabbits.
I would like to feed them carrots.
I'm gonna try. Nah, we're in it to win it from the get go. We're gonna use my last use of Giant's Might, and so these are about normal sized rabbits, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna fucking,
No white pelted rabbits with carnivorous glowing red eyes.
we're gonna try and punt the one in front of me.
Yeet. Look at some rabbits, George.
So that'd just be an attack roll, or?
Let's say it's a strength check. Similar to a grapple while contested.
Well, shit.
We gotta get these rolls under control.
That doesn't sound good.
Well, so the problem is, I have advantage on strength checks and saving throws, but I have disadvantage on ability checks right now. So they cancel out. So a 10's a 10, but
Oh, yeah. What do you have disadvantage from?
I've still got a point of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
you didn't have enough to cure it on the 3 days. You were still with 1. That's right.
Because I was at 2, and
Yeah,
we all went down by 1, but that means I've still got a point.
Yep. So you're no advantage. It's just flat out straight roll.
Yeah.
It's like, what, a 15?
No, the total was 10 because I rolled a 7 and I get a +3.
Well,
Oh.
no.
Yeah. So you try to kick at this little fast guy, and he kind of evades you.
That's end of turn.
All right. That's at the top of the order again. Rabbits number 1 and 2 with their vicious bitings.
This rabbit's about to bite a hole in my chest.
This rabbit's about to bite a hole in Velius because they have superior criticals, which gives them a critical hit on 18, 19, and 20.
Oof.
So, you're going to eat shit at this 30 damage bite, buddy.
Alright, I'm down.
Well,
Welcome to Gurgle Town.
yeah, give me 2d6s.
10.
10. When you get bit, this bunny kind of bites you in your lower back, and it hits you kind of where your spinal cord is, and your system goes into shock, You're going to be suffering some nervous system shock damage, which will give you disadvantage on dexterity checks to determine initiative if you live.
Gargle, gargle.
I just want one last check from you, your Constitution saving throw, because you know your friends might get you up.
Constitution saving throw. Nat 20 for a total of 25.
Nice. Add a chaos coin to your pool there. All right. Second rabbit does not hit with a 4. 4 doesn't do shit.
Bless
So
up.
that's Harnock's turn. That's saving throw, my God.
Do we add anything to death saving throws?
No, it is a flat D20. 10 or above is a pass. Anything below a 10 is a fail.
Got
If you roll, if you 10 is a save, so you have 1 fail, 1 save. So on a death roll, right, it's a flat D20. If you roll a natural 20, it counts as 2 saves. If you roll a natural 1, it counts as 2 fails.
Oh.
You need a 10 or higher for a success. Anything under a 10 will be a fail. So that's that. So you rolled 1 success and you had 1 fail already. Gray, it is your turn.
Do I try to save this man or do I kill rabbits?
You have the opportunity to use an action.
Gargles.
Oh, you got Harnock. I missed it from the audience. Has given you a heal.
Ooh.
So that's the same as a standard healing potion, 2d4 plus 2.
Oh.
So you got that. That should have been, I think, before your turn. I just didn't notice it from Twitch. So thank you to the benevolent audience.
Thank you. So I get 6 HPs.
Yep, so you'll come back up. But your
Hey.
save and fail still. If you go down again, your save and fail stay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Harnock gurgles a little more
So
heavily.
you're up on your turn. We'll roll it back to your turn because I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so I'm on the ground though, right? You said I was face down.
Well, you died. You fell on the ground.
Yeah.
You don't just stand up unconscious.
All right.
So it's half movement to stand up.
Yep, I'm gonna use
Yeah.
half movement to do that. Well, we are in a situation here. Okay. Okay, give me a sec. I wasn't prepared.
You can defer.
I'm actually going to stand up and use Healing Word on Velius.
Okay.
So Healing Word. I just went off of it too. So Velius, you get 1d4 plus 5.
1d4 plus 5. So a total of 7.
And then I'm also going to use my Divine Sangromancy. So whenever an allied creature within 30 feet of me regains hit points, I can spend a hit die and add the results. So I have a 1d8 hit die, so I get to roll a d8. 8, 1, 6 added to that.
Okay.
We got everybody back up. Do we want to?
Yeah, I don't.
Or they're just rabbits, and we can keep swinging, but
Yeah, Harnock is looking to limp away from this now.
Sounds like we're skedaddling right now. Is what I hear.
All right. So that's EOT for you, Harnock. You've got you have about half movement left if you want to try to back up after healing.
The rabbit's close enough to AOP me. Or is disengaging a bonus action?
No.
Only if you're a rogue. You could wait until your next turn to try to move, but you still have more bunnies in initiative after you, so. Choice is yours.
Man. I'm going to...
I will not op attack you. If you want to run away, I'm not going to op attack you.
I'd probably use my 15 feet of movement to leave.
Okay. Yeah, you're not too far in. It's not a huge space. It's about 30 foot from the front of the gate to Rabbit's door. So it's not a huge space. So you could get out from the middle where you're at in that 15 foot of movement.
Yeah, I'm going to get out and EOT.
All right. So Harnock's out. Gray, your turn.
I guess I'm going to see Harnock leave and begin to make my exit as well, it seems.
Okay.
I'll
need
be back for these bunnies.
You're out.
What's up?
All right. You need about 15 foot of movement, and then you're out.
Easy peasy.
Um, 10 doesn't hit Vel. 17 hits Brill, right?
Yep.
All right, Brill. 15 pure damage and a Constitution saving throw, please.
To 17 Constitution save.
Okay, that's a pass.
Whew. Okay.
So you just take your 15 damage.
Yep.
And it is your turn.
Will's gonna bonus action disengage, having seen Harnock back up, and is gonna back up and then pull out her bow once she's away and use her action to take a shot at one of the rabbits closest to Velius.
Okay. 3 and 4 are right there.
That's a 19 plus.
That'll hit.
23 total. Is that sneak?
Yeah, Bella's up there, so yeah.
Okay. 4, 9, 10 plus 2 is 12.
Okay. And then Vel, your turn.
Alright, so I'm a bonus action second wind.
Okay.
For plus my fighter level, so that's 12 extra HP to work with. Half my move to stand, and I'm running. I'm done.
Yep, you just need the 15 foot. Once you guys get outside the gate, you notice the rabbits don't follow you. They kind of go back off into their detritus homes.
Hey, Harnock.
Rabbit, he said.
Yeah.
Harnock.
Your ears are about to grow.
Donkey's an asshole.
You're not wrong.
Burn it with a fucking torch. Dog.
Honestly, is
You
there
think
anywhere
okay.
on this
Like
map
dog.
that leads out of here?
And what are you? We gotta find this castle and this laboratory. Oh my! I
We
hate
just lost the
elves.
rabbits.
I hate everything. I just want to go home. I'm sorry, Mom. I'll never do it again. I've learned my lesson. Rabbits are scary.
Rabbits are scary. Houses are scary.
Houses, water, rabbits.
No, this dog. He seems pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
My man is traumatized of the outside world at this point.
I mean, we could leave the path and just run away.
Mm.
You could run away.
Mm. We leave the path. Mm. That
You
sounds-
have 3 places you haven't been within walking distance. You could try one of them. Owls being the closest, and then the marker for Kenga's house and the marker for, I think it says Pooh's house, 4 and 6.
Do we even want to go anywhere, guys? What if I just round myself in the closest river?
That's what I'm saying. All the paths here kind of seem to lead to one of these houses. So if we're leaving here, we're either going back the way we came or we're leaving the path.
I mean, it seems as long as we don't get too close to the houses, they don't do anything.
It definitely seems to be a proximity deal.
What if we just build
There's
our own
a-
house here? That's
A
where we
little
live.
clearing by the water down near Owl's house, but not like up in the house. If you wanted to try to pitch a tent in the clearing or something there, you could.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, like in that little area by the 7.
Yeah.
And you can
Yeah,
clearly
that-
see Owl's house from there. If that's what you decide to do, go there, pitch tents, whatever. You can clearly see up to Owl's tree house. The door of the tree house is open. You hear, what do they call the phonograph, like an old school record player playing a little song. Sounds like a little nice song. And you could smell cooking with spices wafting out from the tree house.
Seen this shit before.
Yeah, that seems threatening at this point.
We can certainly set up a tent. I think we definitely need watch if we do.
Yep.
The,
The highest passive perception, right?
Yeah, I have a 15.
15. All right, so you don't detect anything anyway. Yeah. So
Oh no.
you're camped outside there. You smell the spices. The door's open and inviting. You hear somebody up there kind of singing along with the music. Sounds like they're cooking. It's evening time, so you could pitch up a tent and camp for the night and assign somebody to take watch and all of that. Oh, hello, XP Guild. Thank you for the raid.
the thing that Vel is worried about at this point is the animal names have been pretty literal. He doesn't really want to be in sight of an owl's house when it's coming at night, when it's gonna see better than we do.
So we need
I
to
mean-
kill the owl.
I mean, what do you suggest, Val? Do you want to go all the way back? It's coming tonight. That means we're trekking through the forest in the darkness. For what it's worth, Brill is also limping at this point, barely conscious.
We could go back to outside the donkey's house, tent.
Why don't we try knocking?
Hardon's not doing it.
That worked real poorly last time.
Yeah, well, what if we try knocking softer this time? Hear me out. What have we actually done?
Vel is traumatized right now.
Yeah, Harnock is barely.
Yeah, so you want to
conscious.
pop up camp and take a short rest. Is what I'm hearing.
Are we going to the scary donkey?
I
Here's
told
the
you it's
thing.
on this water bank right here. Told you it's safe there. Right in this area. You could camp right here safely.
Yeah. Otherwise, if we go back to Donkey, we're either walking back past warehouse or past a bunch of unknown stuff.
Alright, let's take a nap.
Brill will
Yeah.
take first watch.
I would like to love on my Pooterino and try to figure out what the fuck this thing is. AKA, I want to love on it to heal it because that's.
Alright, so you'll pop up camp. I'm going to run a raid on Twitch, and we'll talk more after the session, and we'll see everybody back next week. Thanks for hanging out with us for our extended combat session this week, and we'll see everybody next Monday.
Bye-bye.
I'm scared
Yeah.
of rabbits now.
Scared of houses now.